Hello all, welcome back to Consciousness Rising. Some days, I go out into society and I just want to smack my head in the sheer, utter disbelief of what I'm witnessing. Unbelievable. I'm going to go over that today. Something I witnessed. This was a couple of weeks ago, but I've been thinking about it a bit. And this whole concept of the NPC, now, what I think that is, the non-player character, basically, if you don't know what that is by now, you probably do. It's someone who's seen to have a very, very low level of consciousness or a non-thinking brain, they don't have an internal monologue. And these people absolutely exist, I see them every day. And it's frightening. But also, I have lots of different thoughts on it. I do wonder if, linked to my reincarnation video that I did about how you can't force someone awake because it happens by nature. I wonder if some of these people are perhaps like new souls and are blank slates and are acquiring knowledge, and that's why they're so, this is to be just utter, just don't think of things. I want to go over some traits that I noticed in these beings. One is they only ever talk about themselves. Sorry, I've got that wrong. No, I digress. They only ever seem to talk about other people and the drama that's going on, say, in the street or around them. Because they don't have this inner monologue or this inner dialogue. They just busy themselves with everyone else's lives. And I used to live in a different place. Oh, this was years ago, and I remember the neighbour was so obsessed about his parking space, which wasn't actually his fucking parking space at all. He believed that he had some sort of right to park completely outside his house when it was on a normal road, which was utter bullshit. They literally, every time they heard a car, they'd be looking, someone going to park in my space? How dare they? Because they were so obsessed. I mean, imagine living your life like that, where you're so worried about what other people are doing that you don't get on with your own fucking life. Anyway, I don't want to go. That's one thing. They completely obsess themselves in other people's dramas, and they kind of feed on that energy. That's why I think a lot of them are actually energy vampires. Because they need to get that energy from somewhere, and they just seem to get it on other people's drama. They don't really talk about themselves. Like, I know I got that wrong just now. Because they don't have anything going on up here, really. They don't really have hobbies and interests other than other people's drama. That is their hobbies and interest. They don't read. They probably watch the fucking mainstream news and be absolutely mind-washed and brain-programmed by it. And they just don't have common sense at all. It's really bizarre, and that's what they say, don't they? The problem with common sense is that it's not fucking common, and that's so true. And anyway, so these people, maybe in a couple of lives they'll start to flourish and bloom and grow, but as I said in my reincarnation video, I believe that you can't force that shit. Only they can do it by their own sheer will and wake up to the lies that they're living. Basically, they also follow trends. It's very much herd think and crowd consciousness, which I've also done a video on. What's the latest trend? What's everyone into? Oh God, everyone's wearing Nike tops now. I've got to go out and get a Nike top. If I don't get, otherwise I'll be bullied. You get where I'm going with this. Anyway, excuse me. I've got a fucking terrible cough at the moment. A couple of weeks ago, I had to take my cat to the vet. Sadly, he's passed on now. But when I was there, I saw something that was completely unbelievable to me. This is the shake my head moment. And I'm not here to judge other people. This is obviously where they're at. But when it involves children and messing their heads up, I do tend to get a bit upset. I saw this woman come out of the vets. I think she took her dog into the vets. She had 2 young children with her that were obviously hers. I'd placed their age at about 5, 6, maybe even younger. They were very young children. And they both had their own iPad in their hands, right? And it was in one of these like rubber coverings. I don't know, the boys was probably blue and the girls was pink, something like that, you know. And they're holding these fucking iPads up to their faces while they're walking, right? And it was unbelievable. Like, they can't see where they're going, right? And I thought, well, my first thought is the mother's going to say, right, put your iPads down now, you know, play with them in the car again, because you've got to walk out of this fucking building safely. I have to add to this as well, the vet that I go to is upstairs, and the stairs are quite steep. So steep that they have a lift for disabled customers and people that can't quite make the stairs, right? So these children, as young as they are, faces in front of a fucking screen while they're walking, endangering other people and themselves. There's pets there as well, and other people that are waiting to see the vet, people coming in and out, people coming up and down the lift, people coming up and down the stairs. And the mother looks at them as the boy walks into a fucking table. He literally walked into a table, slamming his legs into the table. Probably, it wasn't very hard. And she still didn't say, right, take the iPad down, play with them in the car. You need to walk out the building safely. No, do you know what she did? She laughed about it. Honestly, unbelievable. And then continued to try and help the children down the stairs while they still had their iPads in their faces. They didn't take their faces off these iPad screens once. Even when he went into the table, he didn't bat an eyelid. You know, and people say there's a great awakening happening. Have you seen what's out there? You don't have to go far to notice this kind of thing. It's unbelievable to me. Utter, just shit. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it when I think back about it. You know, those children have no boundaries, do they? All healthy relationships need boundaries. You know, that comes up in my therapy work a lot. You know, we have to have boundaries with people. And this whole shit about, another thing from the New Age that I absolutely can't stand and detest, and will jump all over, is this concept of unconditional love. Love is always conditional, unless it's perhaps your child or a pet. I can understand it then. Love comes with conditions. If I'm being treated toxically or gaslighted or abused, that love stops. Boundaries are very, very, very important. And those children with those iPads, they've got no chance, have they? You know what? It saddens me. It really does in some way. I know that, you know, technology and kids like to have these things, but surely there's a balanced way of doing it. You know, they can have them, but they have them for small stretches. And especially when you've got to walk down a dangerous flight of stairs. Anyway, yeah, you know, these people are out there. They walk among us, as they say. You know, it is like The Walking Dead at times. Absolutely unbelievable. The fact that the mother laughed and thought it was funny rather than actually trying to guide her children safely out of the building astonished me. But yeah, these people, they don't seem to have an inner dialogue. They don't think. She didn't, you know, I think technology, you know, it's like a blade. It has many uses. It can be used to chop vegetables, or it can be used harmfully. And I think that the trouble is, because parents are so unbounded with their children now, they're letting their children's minds be fucking just destroyed by this shit. Their minds are mush. They have no attention spans. This is another big one. Everything's quick. It's easy access. It's like, in fact, funny enough, I shared on my Facebook, I shared a thing about Blockbuster Video in the day. I've got many fun memories of when you had to go and rent a film and you had to get off your ass, can you believe it, and actually go down to a store to rent the latest Blockbuster or whatever it was you wanted to watch. It's not like that now, is it? It's all at the fingertips, and I don't think it's always a good thing. I think that, and in a way, like I was talking to someone about, like, You know, when we used to watch a show weekly, say we were watching a show, I don't know, some sort of drama or whatever, and it was weekly and it was at a cliffhanger, you'd look forward to the next week and you'd talk about it with your friends and this, that, and the other, and, you know, and then you were really hyped for the next episode. It's not like that now, is it? It's all fucking, let's just binge this in a whole weekend and it's gone. It's very quick pace. Everything's quick pace now. And I don't think people's attention span's just shot to fuck. And it's sad, you know. But yeah, that unbelievable, isn't it? That's just what I mean. God, I've seen the roads at the moment. I think this is a lot to do with the old jibby jabby. I think people's minds have gone to shit. There's so many incidents I've seen on the road that are completely dangerous. People just, their spatial awareness has gone. It's really strange. Yeah, so just a quick one. The NPC, they are out there, people. They're everywhere.